Hi, good evening. Ellarku namaskara. I don't want to take much of your time. I know that everyone is tired from the morning session. And my session is all about innovation, entrepreneurship. So that's what I'm just going to speak about. And before that, I'll just give a small detail about what is Bangalore Banking Center and what is the activities of BBC is all about. So everyone, I think from the morning, people have been speaking about BBC as a center which has been supportive for startups, and we do have plenty of startups from BBC here. And Government of Karnataka's initiative of biotech under the Department of Electronics, IT, BT, and SNT, under the mission of biotech, this center was established in 2015 to support the activities to do anything on the mission of life sciences. You mean like health, you mean like agri, you mean like climate tech. Even we do have startups who are into chemical engineering also, we do support into that. And I think investors spoke a lot about what you call that, investments, and you guys are also looking for investments, and I'll give you a basic thing about what is required for it. And every great innovation begins with a single question. What problem is worth solving? So that is what everyone is looking for, I'm right. So the most important thing is, it is an honor to stand before you and make sure that, and this event, the TIE, which is the TIE Bangalore Health and Wellbeing Summit, the Health Entrepreneur Summit, I think you would be like meeting with well-off entrepreneurs, well-off healthpreneurs, basically, I would say. Maybe like you'll be focusing on what is the purpose, what is the mission you're looking into, all right? So this mission of your purpose to develop something can also support you into creating something which is innovative for the market. And we do have some pain points from hospitals. We do have pain points from government. We do have various pain points. But what founders do is, founders only focus on what they want to do. They don't even consider what the pain point is available on the market such that they can make money. That is why we wanted to say that where the passion meets the purpose. So we have the purpose for you and you have the passion. And we want you to come here such that we can support you with whatever the costs you have been working towards. Such that based on the cost you're creating, you need money to develop your costs. It's not that even the investors come in between, you'll be given like 4 crores, 5 crores, 10 crores, yes. But the investor only will look into their sustainability. What is your sustainability? So the concept here which I'm putting to you is that create a platform which is innovative to sustain yourself so you can sustain your startup. That is where you can create the heart of progress. This will determine the quality of lives, and most importantly, you will be dignifying your business for the next phase to the hope of future. As Steve Jobs once said, innovation is the ability to see the change as an opportunity, not a threat. And based on this, Steve Jobs created the innovation even in management. Even during when he comes and speaks, Steve Jobs creates something which is unique. So even on 9th, there was a session by Apple release of iPhone 17. How many of you know that iPhone 17 was released? I think very few of the crowd. When Steve Jobs was releasing, people were looking not for the phones. People were looking what was the innovation what was coming up. And that is what is required for now. And that is what I'm just telling you. To create the opportunity, there is a demand. Look into demand such that this demand could be the mother of your innovations. Whatever you have been creating could be a second phase of your products, third line of your products. And most importantly, let's take this opportunity to reflect what opportunities are seeing today, and especially in health and well-being. And more importantly, are we ready to act on them? So we had a question from one of our gentlemen who requested, are we doing things in India where the data is being protected in India? The products streamlines are in India. Even, for example, the samples are in India. Everything is available in India. It is basically you're not seeing it. The center in Bangalore Banking Center in Karnataka it is the first of kind center in India which has got a biobank. And we are providing your samples which are you're looking for your CT, your database. We are providing radiology samples, not just only the data samples, even like a EHR, EMR samples. And apart from that, we are even providing samples from the patient case study, from the patient table to your lab. which could be also in BBC, we can provide you the sample. And that too we can support with all the IBSCs, all the ethicals provided. We can support you with that. And again, you are saying that regulatories, not just in India, we can even get you regulatories across the globe. This is the innovation we can bring to the table, but how are you going to utilize this? That matters. Because you need to innovate yourself to utilize this. And most importantly, at its core of innovation, bridging the gaps, the challenges and solutions between patient and care, between aspiration and access. You need to bring a platform. So platforms are already there. Government of Karnataka not just provides the facilities in Bangalore, it is now providing across the other parts of districts of Karnataka, from Bagalkot to Bellary to your Mangalore to your Kalburgi, it's everywhere it's available. And not just that, even if you're a startup from UP, if you're a startup from Himachal, you can get it done in Karnataka. That's how Karnataka is developed in your digital healthcare also. And most importantly, Bangalore Branch Center provides you this gap for people to come and ask, do you have credit points? So I wanted to get connected with AWS, Microsoft, I want cloud. We are partners with them, and we will facilitate what is required for you first, that you can make sure that they integrate you with their system. Because for them, you have to be integrated. That's how the concept is. So they don't care about what you're doing. For them, this is the need. For them, based on the innovation, that is what they want. And before that, you have to be innovation ready to get yourself into that. Or else you have been a second or third person. We will see you. That's how it works. And most importantly, how many patients are struggling? You have been looking into hospitals. Even you may be going to hospital here and there, up and down. You have been seeing so many patient cares are required. But there are more patient care required in the rural population. And digital economy is creating a large pattern in rural population. And government of India is also sponsoring for this under the Bio E3 economy mission. So government is coming with a policy where you come with manufacturing concept, not just into research. Most of the startups, if you see, they look into service line. The concept of service line is, even the investor looks how much money you have made. All the three formulas which they made, they will look into what is the formula of revenue you are generating. And are you ready for CRL and MRL level? If you're not CRL, MRL level, you're not fit for them. Are you fit for them? Are you innovative to be fit for them? That is the most important thing. We often say necessity is the mother of invention. But in today's world, it is the innovation that is the mother of inventions. And it is the force that transforms necessity into reality. And most importantly, it is the ideas which impact. So there may be ideas which are already coming from universities. But these ideas don't come out. There are ideas which are roaming around but doesn't touch the right fit or right point or right place. Fitting your puzzle exactly where it has to fit only will be positive. Wherever you're fitting, the light will not switch on. And most importantly, we often say, in health and well-being, innovation is not always about creating the most sophisticated technologies. People speak about molecules, people speak about vaccines, people speak about devices, people speak about complex therapies. If you are capable to support all of this as a catalyst, you become a bigger startup than a product itself. For example, you would have heard about there are monoclonal antibodies which are coming up. There are catalyst-based startups who support to the development of these monoclonals. These companies are now bigger than your monoclonal itself. And most importantly, sometimes creating can be frugal, not scalable. And most importantly, inclusive of solution that reaches the last mile. You may be trying till the last mile. When it is required, when it is necessary, you may not be at that point you are putting into. For example, I'll give an example of Zoom. If COVID was not there, Zoom will not be a multi-billion-dollar company. This is how it is. Again, COVID was the platform for most of the Ayurvedic companies to come in. You had most Ayurvedic products to become inside. I think doctor knows better. And apart from this, there are platforms which are now preferring alternative medicine, like from Ayush and all this. Creating products from Ayush, which can be having which is what we call that, determined measurements, which are capable for your pharmacopoeia. this can be sold in abroad market. When we do have companies which sold a product for 35 rupees in India, and the same company is selling that same product for psoriasis for $75 in Belgium and Germany, and they are the number one product for psoriasis, and not just psoriasis, even for melanoma it is used. And in India, for 35 rupees, people are not ready to buy that. Only advertisement products are bought. So the concept is, where does your product fit? So not just your GTM, and most importantly, how do you fit yourself there? And let me share some inspiring examples from Bangalore Prevention Center. I think a few of you have heard about Fibro Heal wound care, which was prominent during the Pakistan-India warfare. So this company was tackling chronic wounds, especially for diabetic patients. And then what they did is, they used the same bandages for military also, and now army is also looking into for faster recovery, reduce stress and all these things. So they are reducing the workload for doctors and all this. How did the concept come is, they used a silk protein, and this silk protein is used in your bandage. This is the basic concept. And now this is becoming a massive. You know, this wound healing, wound care is massive. And every day there have been like plenty of bandages coming in. So the most important thing is our silk from Bangalore. This is the basic silks protein. How did they bring it in? That's the patent. And now they are bringing in various size, shape, formulations, all these things. And now there's another company called 4-Base Care. I think you would have heard about it, which is using genomics to personalize care treatment. And most importantly, imagine an oncologist being to tailor your treatment for cancer, so oncology. So they use digital twin with genomics to give patient how much dosage to be given. And most importantly, like if you look into Metastop, they are providing metastasis reduction. So most of, 2 weeks back, they were also put in FOPs. And next big invention, which is into this 3D bioprinting. Pandorum, which is growing artificial corneas, liquid corneas, and they are even coming with artificial liver. And they are even coming with bioengineered tissues. Omics Lab, which is creating diagnostic kits. NeoDX, I think founder was here. They are even creating COVID kits. They are creating kits which could be competing to the global market. Jani3 again, which is now making like various neonatal products. Now they are bringing this AI-driven wearable products. And most importantly, complex products supporting elderly care, mother-child treatment, all these things. Immunitas Bio, again, it is focusing on the complex disorders into autoimmune diseases and cancer, where most importantly, they wanted to don't replace the doctors. The concept is they wanted to empower them. So now the doctors, nurses are being like kind of put into heavy load. If you can empower them, it would be the best thing what you are doing. And as Dr. Devi Shetty once said, no matter how many hospitals we build in, we will never have enough doctors for India. We must depend on innovation to bridge the gap. And most important, imagine a doctor in government hospital seeing a 300 patient in a single day. Things are not easy for people. And if you can bring in more digitalization, more activities for faster diagnostics, and most importantly, which can be true care with Indianized population, this could be next generation of revolutionizing. And most important, you know about 3 Cs, I'm right? So I'm coming into this entrepreneurship path. So cricket, cinema, and copying is known for India. I would really say, create something with creativity. Most importantly, collaborate and give your commitment. This is where you can succeed for your entrepreneurship. Or as Albert Einstein reminded us, we cannot solve our problems. And most importantly, the same thinking what we are been thinking can be also been created, replicated, and most importantly, curated in a better way to use. And on entrepreneurship, I would give a best thing is that if innovation is the spark, entrepreneurship is the flame. If you don't have this flame, just spark alone will not create an impact. That is what I wanted to make sure. Entrepreneurship in health and well-being is not easy. We do have facilities to support you in Bangalore Prevention Center. And most importantly, people don't come and use it because they think that they have everything. Having everything is yes, but utilizing common facilities are more important for making sure your cost is reduced. And that is where you can not just bring solutions, you can build your company, you can build your responsibility, turning an idea into reality despite the certainty of scarcity, risk, and most importantly, the hardest question is, whatever you are working, have you ever thought this is the problem worthwhile solving? Have you ever thought about it? And most importantly, solving thing is it is there. There are funds available, there are grants available. Have you ever thought about scaling the idea? When you're into this ideation scale, you need to have a concept of scaling yourself. If you cannot scale yourself, you're not fit to be an entrepreneur. And most importantly, if you cannot create a solution, you are not fit for creating a larger solution for it. And for example, I'll get an example of this Arvind Eye Care. That's a one-man dream to eliminate needless blindness, because they look into this concept of providing healthcare system with easier cornea replacement, LASIKs, and all these things, and they created the impact. And in Karnataka, if you look into Biocon, so now they are the world leader. So they created something which is concept of affordable innovation in the field of meaningful innovation in life sciences, which is our neighbor again. And most importantly, if you look into the startups like Fibroil, 4-base care. So Fibroil is again invested with, I think most of you know where the investments came. 4-base care, Infosys literally gave them 30 crores. Why would someone give you 30 crores? So you need to create the impact. And again, as Mohamed Yunus said, entrepreneurship is not about money. It's about making a difference. You are creating the difference here. But people only try to create difference. If you can create the difference with volume, the world will cater you. World will nurture you. And especially in the field of health and well-being, the difference is measured in lives. Difference is measured in saving. Difference is measured in suffering. And how you are restoring the society. That matters a lot. As Mahatma Gandhi said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself into service of others. Yes, you are doing that. And now that is not the same society. You need to make sure how the difference you are creating with impact is created. And last, I would say that as a small thing. So let's commit to this, each and every one of us, to nurture the platform with creativity, courage, and compassion. And that is what I wanted to bring this panel to you for the professionals, whatever you are doing. And most importantly, BBC is there to support your dream with not just funds, with facilities. For example, BBC is coming with a policy which can support even startups who are not having funds to come implement the ideas. We have facilities like Bio AI, Bio ML, so where you can come and use the automation and digitalization here. We have a free Dassault system software, which is given for us for CSRs, and people are not there to use it. So we would be really happy if you can come and use those facilities for free of cost. So basically, like anything which is free, people think it as waste. These are facilities which are provided by the government of Karnataka, also supported by government of India, such that you create your dream. Not just dream, you create your impact. Not just impact, you have your world in your palm. Thank you very much.